Did you know that discipline is an emotion? This was actually something that I found kind of surprising when I came across it. This YouTuber called Healthy Gamer, I think it's GG, he actually talks a lot about psychology because he works as a psychologist with people who have addictions. So he's trying to come up with ways in which to explain the things that he's learned through the process. And one of the things he talks about in one of his videos is this concept of developing discipline, and how discipline is not actually about willpower. Willpower is more like a battery that you can use in order to force yourself into doing something one time. But when it comes to discipline, it's all about emotional state more than anything else. More specifically, resolve, and that feeling of resolution, that knowledge that, hey, I have made this decision and I'm going to stick with it. Now, I'm somebody who is looking to lose weight, but one of the resolutions I actually came to is that I want to make one video every single day. Now, whether I post them or not is besides the point at this moment, but I did decide to make one video a day, and that is a way of trying to teach myself how to utilize resolve and develop discipline through the process. So I'm trying to emphasize these emotions in my life so that I can become more consistent, because pretty much anything you want to accomplish in life requires you to be consistent. You know, raising my daughters, they don't develop in one day. It's a lengthy process, and you can see them progressing slowly. But if it were a faster process, you kind of feel left out. You kind of feel like so much was not involving you, and that's kind of a depressing sentiment. So, you know, she's just learning how to sit up right now, and that's a big step forward for her. And eventually she'll start crawling, and then she'll eventually reach the point where my 2-year-old is, where she's very, very capable, all things considered. She understands a lot. She's able to communicate somewhat, and she's very independent and can entertain herself, and she can feed herself and all these other things. And that's just a year down the road. So it's kind of crazy. But when you think about it, learning how to take those steps and be consistent and develop yourself like a child does allows you the opportunity to actually accomplish whatever goal you set in front of yourself. So I know how frustrating it is when you say want to change the world, and you realize just how grand this subject is, or how big this project could be, and you get overwhelmed by the amount of things that you need to do. And the truth of the matter is, no matter what, no matter how crazy, you can accomplish pretty much anything if you're willing to stick to the path and keep going no matter what. Now, most people are not going to have that level of resolve, so they're probably going to come to the conclusion, I can't do anything. And while there may be some physical limitations or mental limitations or whatever for individual people, such as, you know, I could never be a professional basketball player in men's sports because I'm not a man and because I'm not good at basketball. However, I could get better at basketball, and that's something to keep in mind. So yes, you may technically not be able to accomplish anything under the sun, but more than likely, if you have a goal in mind, you will be able to accomplish it. Because if you can develop that system, if you can develop that consistency, it will inevitably come to fruition. That's just how life tends to work. So I know how difficult it is to face this reality and to actually get that sense into place. But it's helpful to know that discipline is an emotion, and you can develop it through that sense of resolve. So one of the things that Healthy Gamer actually recommends is that you pick something that's kind of medium difficulty, and you feel that sense of resolve in yourself in the morning before you do pretty much anything else. You know, you wake up, you try to think about your resolution and feel that emotion rise within you, and then allow that feeling to kind of fuel you throughout the rest of the day. And when you feel like you don't really want to do what you've committed to, you just remind yourself, hey, I have made this decision. This is what I'm going to do. And that is a very powerful thing. Like, even right now, it's pretty late into the night, and I was like, nope, I gotta get up. I made this decision. I want to do this. I want to accomplish this. I want to make my video for the day, and I want to keep doing this consistently for the foreseeable future. And that was enough to spark me into action, despite the fact that she's crying at me and doesn't necessarily want to be alone or not be held. So I'm not showing her here to get more views or anything. It's just because I don't want her screaming. And I have had people comment on videos about her screaming. So, all things considered, you can do the same thing. You can pick to create a routine in your life, or you can pick to create a resolution in your life and stick with it. And just remind yourself every day, I have chosen to do this. And when you don't feel like doing it, you just say, nope, I am resolved. This is what I'm going to do. And you'll be amazed at how much energy you get and how accomplished you can be. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, be it a health goal, a money goal, or relationship goal, be consistent. Set that resolution, work toward it every day, develop that discipline. You know how now, so get to it.